good video in so you can put it on YouTube, huh?
You know it, man. You did your research. We haven't said anything.
So I did this to make sure we can over tonight and try.
Over your tag, just like the cows. Hold it nice and steady, buddy. 2 hands. Get some good video of her. Can you give him a tug, Marlin? Just pull him?
Yep. Yep, we'll just encourage her to go in.
Let's go, hon.
Oh, look at this. Huh.
He's going to want to look around a little.
Give her a little time.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and pull on her a little.
They are dirty.
Oh, barn.
Yeah, that's nice if you got a little headroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is perfect.
Nice. Yep. Isn't that nice?
So we figured this stall here is ready.
Okay.
He can go in there. We can close the gate.
Sure.
So
Yep.
that he's.
Yep.
Let's bring him forward. A little sunlight. Come here.
Or actually, just lead her in there, and then you can lead her back out.
Sure.
You're saying this can be locked over?
Yep.
Okay. Jump back to the gate.
All right.
What's like? Oh, there's a latch over here.
Yeah, let me get it. A little tricky. I forgot to get my tools out of there. I put up their feeder yesterday. So
What was this designed for? Goats?
Originally goats. How's that look?
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk. I'll take some time with you.
Yeah.
We'll look around.
Things.
Well, just yeah. I mean, you know, things can be different for everybody.
Yeah.
She's average size.
I had no concept of, size. It was, you look at pictures and things.
Well, they're not really bigger than a cow. They're just taller.
Yes.
As far as body mass, they're not bigger than a cow. Yep.
What do you think?
The GoPro. Watch the GoPro.
Oh, did she? All right. Gonna have to aim up a lot in our shots. Goodness.
Those half gates are perfect height because they can peg to their neck right there. She can kind of
that's great.
be right over there and look out.
What's your first impression?
I was like, that is a huge camel.
Yeah, you saw my first impression.
What was your first impression?
Big.
Big. That's what I thought too. I definitely underestimated the size.
Question I'm sure everybody's thinking is...
Hold on.
Oh, of course.
I got it.
You have a better way.
Yeah.
Always.
It's time to address the elephant in the room.
That's no better
Get
than
it?
what I was saying.
It's a camel. It's like the closest thing to an elephant that you could have on a farm. Why do we get elephants?
I'm not sure that's true. We'll have to think about that.
There's some giraffes for sale in Pennsylvania, I heard. Somebody's got a hot lead on a pair of giraffes. Your mom would love it.
I know.
Why do we get camels? What in the world? Homesteady, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're about like raising animals to have food and take care of your family, and why did you get camels? Are you setting up an exotic petting zoo?
You're talking me out of it. Why did we get camels?
So why did we get camels? It all started like this is gonna be the story of the channel now.
I know. Every time we say, why are we doing this? And we point to the baby.
Yep, the baby.
The baby.
The baby's allergies, the baby's food intolerances. Essentially what we have figured out without having a lot of solid answers is gut issues. Gushers. Gushers, yum.
Speaking
That's
of
where
intolerances.
gut issues come from, gushers. It's all the children of the 90s.
I was just poring over medical journals, studies, dietitians, asking them questions, doctors, and then I went down the rabbit hole of Facebook groups.
For gut healing.
For gut healing, yeah, Facebook groups for gut healing. And reading the studies that they were referencing and looking at the websites they were talking about. And so many times I kept reading about camel milk.
Hi. Hi, my old lady.
My
Oh.
Hello, sir. I am your young lady. Oh no, you've lost your sword. Can I help you, my king?
Now, put in.
Start from the beginning so it's not weird.
Gut healing.
Gut healing.
What is gut? What gut healing?
Right. I feel like the human body is still a mystery to doctors, to scientists, the way it works, the way it functions, why people react differently to different things. And a lot of the studies now are pointing to our microbiome. So all those little bugs that are working in our stomach, making us healthy if the bugs are healthy, or making us sick if there's more of the unhealthy bugs in there.
That was a great way to describe microbiome.
Thanks,
You're a
babe.
real mom right there. Little bugs in your belly, good ones and bad ones.
Yeah.
The baby's issues with food intolerance and allergies are associated with gut issues.
Yeah, it's pointing to a gut issue probably that I'm having that I passed on to him. What can cause an issue? A sickness, stress, antibiotics. I had a sickness and I had stress when I was pregnant, so.
And who knows what's in our food and the food we've been eating. And again, this isn't a video on that. The video is why did we get camels? And we just kept doing research on gut healing. What could we do? Kay had been on this very strict diet and has been on this very strict diet now for going on what, 4th month here?
Yeah, the point of that is to find out what foods are irritating him. Also to find out what foods are irritating me, to kind of reset our guts so we stop reacting to food. So in addition to a diet that would hopefully start healing our guts, I was on the appropriate multivitamin that I needed to cover any nutritional deficits, and also what are those little bug pills you take?
Probiotics.
Probiotics as well. And we really wanted to add something to help with the healing. That's when I kept reading about camel milk. And it was a joke at first.
She was like,
I was like, it's camel milk is this next thing that they're really looking into to promote gut healing. We should get a camel.
and yeah, like, oh, that'd be so cool. Imagine if we had a camel on the farm. That'd be cool. What a funny thing. And then like we're hanging out with her family and being like, so camels are a good thing for the gut. Imagine if we got a camel. Yeah. And her dad was like, camels are a growing industry. Like your dad knew about camels.
And friends of ours were like, yeah, we heard about, because their little baby grandson had issues with his stomach too. They said, yeah, we read about camel milk as well. And first of all, I was like, see, I told you.
All of a sudden, everybody around us was like, yeah, camels. Don't you know? I thought you were Homesteady.
Yeah.
So then we started actually looking into camels. Like, is this a real
Yeah, like
thing?
camels
Like,
for sale, where to buy camels, camel dairy. Can we go visit a camel dairy? Can we learn more about camels and milk? Can we order camel milk? That slippery slope that is, getting into an animal.
you go down the usual, like, you're a homesteader, you've bought livestock before, you check Craigslist. Huh, no camels
No
on
camels
Craigslist.
in Western PA, no.
You look at your Facebook groups, and there is Facebook groups for camels. We did find that, and we always suggest when you're buying livestock, go on field trips. So we started making phone calls. Hey, can we come take a field trip? No. A lot of dead ends.
Yeah, if so many, I just want to defend the poor camel dairies who were too busy to have us there on a field trip. Like, it wasn't their fault. They're just busy.
It's true, right. So what we've learned is there's like very few camel dairies.
There are a few in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
out in eastern PA.
But like, it's not like cows. There's like
No.
30 cow farms around here. Sure, somebody's going to be like, sure, you can come stop by. There's like a few places, and they got a high demand.
But they weren't able to have us on their farm, but they were able to give us a phone number of somebody who had a camel dairy and would be willing to talk to us and kind of spend some time helping us.
So I called him up, and I like picked his brain for probably an hour just
Yeah.
about camels and talking about camels and what are the problems and how do you work with them and what do you expect from them and what do you get from them. And then I called him again, and he mentioned he had a couple camels he was going to be bringing to the auction.
They're older camels.
And he has a camel dairy. He was,
He was full. His barn was full.
and he was
so
going to pick a
needed
couple
to-
cull animals and that were, not good. His primary dairy selection, but still had camels and milk, still, viable options for homesteaders looking for camel milk.
Yeah, so at first we thought we'd go to the auction to see what camels were going for at auction. In Ohio, there's a alternative livestock auction, they call it. Alternative livestock. And then we thought, well, we'd rather have a relationship with this farmer who's selling the camels.
Yeah.
We want him to kind of mentor us.
We always say, like, buy from mentors.
Yeah.
Or at least have a mentor when you buy. And because there's so few people that know about camels around where we are,
Yeah.
it kind of is like, well, you're going to have to find a mentor and probably buy from them. And we figured, you know what? If we buy at an auction, you don't have a relationship there.
Right.
But if I say, hey, I want to buy your camel, I'll pay you to work with me and to get me the camel, there's a ton of value there.
So somewhere around joking, hey, we should get a camel, then we really were thinking of buying some camels.
And camels are a very niche, very, what's the thing with the market?
Supply
and demand, that's the one. I was up early this morning. My brain is not at all working great.
I didn't know what the good stomach bugs pills were
There you
called, so.
The supply and demand.
So they're not-
Camel milk is a growing demand
Yes.
amongst people who have kids who have autism, people who have kids with allergies, people who
who
are
have-
themselves have
yeah,
allergies. and,
Chronic stomach issues,
Crohn's
diabetes.
disease, diabetes. So it's a growing demand, but there are no camels being imported into the United States. So supply and demand, there's a bigger demand but a very small supply. They're a high dollar animal. They are a hard to find animal, hard to source. And here we found this guy who was willing to help us. He talked on the phone for an hour or two with me before he even thought he was going to sell me a camel. He had a pair, a milking camel,
A camel who
a cow
isn't
and milk, and you need a calf to stimulate. In the camel dairies in the United States, their camels usually will need a calf to stimulate milk letdown. So he had a milking pair, and I could tell this guy was going to be a good mentor, someone who I could get help from. And so we said, hey, would you consider selling to us?
And he
Spoiler
said
alert.
yes.
He did. And now we have camels.
we were scared. It's a good way to put it, because this was going to be a big investment, a totally new type of livestock that we hadn't had before. They are browsers instead of grazers, which means we were afraid after having the goats to deal with that issue of worms. So it wasn't cut and dry decision for us.
I was really excited about it, and then the fear. I'm not a person who lets fear stop him from doing many things in life. We did a whole series on this a couple years back, Do Something Scary, and that was going full-time with Homesteady, doing non-traditional things. It's something we accept a lot, but this one was so different, and that experience with the goats, it scarred us. We were really worried, and I finally one night just completely talked myself out of it. And I gave Kay all the reasons why it wasn't gonna work, why it was a bad idea, and why I was afraid to do it. And she said, well, oh, hi. Nothing to be scared of. She said, yeah, that's probably a smart decision. So I wrote our camel mentor and I said, thank you for all your time. I really appreciate it, but it's just not gonna work for us. Just too much. At the time we were talking about getting 2 cows and
Camel
Mr.
cows.
Here. Huh?
Camel cows.
Female camels are called cows. So we were getting 2 camel cows and 1 camel calf. And so I said, no, you know what, it's just not gonna work. I texted him it was like probably lunchtime. And man, the rest of the day, I just felt like, dude, like who are you? Like, really? Like you have the Homesteady channel. You're every day like, hey man, change your life, get chickens, go live in the country, do your own food, you can do it, it's amazing, change your life. And like I talked myself out of this, something that could help our family's health, something that could feed and nurture our family, and something that would be exciting and different, and sure, it would be hard and gonna have to learn a lot, and we'll probably make some mistakes, but you're gonna talk yourself. And I just felt like, what a loser.
I wanted to support Austin when he said no, because I'm at the point where I cannot do this on my own. So I could push for cows. I knew I could do the cows, even if he said, hey, I don't want to work every day with the cows, I was okay with that. But if he would say, if I would push, come on, let me get camels, I want to get camels, for him to say, no, I don't think it's a good idea, but I'll support you, but I can't dedicate more time to livestock, I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. So I said, okay, then it's a no. But I felt sad the rest of the day, because it seemed like the camel milk, we just had so much hope in it. So much hope that it would help me and help our baby. And it felt like just we weren't going to have that milk. So I felt a little bit like sad that hope was gone, which is dramatic because you can buy camel milk, but you can't buy it raw right off the farm anywhere near us here. And that's what I was really hoping to be able to get, was that raw, fresh, never frozen, not pasteurized, coming right into my fridge. And I thought, well, we won't be able to have that, but maybe we can find it some other way.
For the last decade of homesteading, the decisions usually for new livestock have been it being brought up, somebody being really excited about it, somebody being the one who's not excited about it, doesn't know if it's a good idea, and then
So we have roles.
somebody finding it and getting it on Craigslist and wait, what? Like, this was totally different we both were like, no, okay, we'll say no. And then the rest of the day went by and we both separately had this feeling in our gut like it needed healed.
I knew you couldn't say that.
You know, you'll do anything for your kids, right? And with this little guy, I just kept thinking like, if there's a chance that this could help, all the other stuff we can figure out. We've learned a lot of lessons the last year or two with livestock, how to help them. I can't let fear hold me back from doing something that could help my family. I was sitting down at dinner and I looked up to Kay, I was like, how do you feel? She was like, what did you say?
Disappointed.
Disappointed. And what did I say? I felt, is it like lame or just like, I just felt like I'd made the wrong decision. And we both agreed like, no, don't let fear hold us back, don't let worry. We've never let fear stop us from doing something that was good for our family, that we knew, even if it was scary, something we knew was good. And this felt like something that would be good for our family that we were gonna let fear prevent us from doing. So we just said, you know what, forget it. We're gonna do it. So that night I texted.
Now I did suggest, and I think it made it easier to go forward with, why don't we just get one camel cow with her calf?
Right.
That's
instead of two. Right,
a smaller leap. Still a big leap, but a little less.
And that made a lot more, it took a weight off our shoulders. Said, no, right, we'll just get the one and her calf. And we texted the guy back and we said, sorry, we're gonna do it. Sorry we're flip-flopping, it's a scary thing, but we wanna do it. We think it'll be good for our family. We think it's gonna help our son. And
then
hope you didn't sell it in the last 6 hours.
Right. And we said, okay, you know, let's line up delivery, shipment, what are we gonna do? He said, well, I've got an opening between like births next week.
Yep. So it was like,
so once we said yes, it was pretty fast.
Within a week they were coming, and now we have camels.
There.
There they are. Now maybe you're asking, why didn't you guys just buy the camel milk? If you think you need the product, why not just get the camel milk? It's a viable option for a lot of people. If you're looking for some gut healing and you want to look into camel milk, there are dairies, including the person we bought our camels from. He sells camel milk. He will ship it to you frozen. Kay already mentioned the value though of raw milk. If you get raw milk fresh from the animal, shortening the chain of raw milk makes it safer, right? If you have raw milk and you drink it instantly, less time for bacteria to grow in it if there should be something in it to worry about. We like raw milk. I wouldn't hesitate to do plan B of ordering camel milk through the mail if that's your only option. But for us, we really wanted that product here. And Homesteady, the whole point of Homesteady, the word Homesteady, taking your home, the place where you live, and making it steady through homesteading, making it a place that's stable, that provides your family what it needs. And in our case, our family needs gut healing. Our family needs this nutrition that this camel milk is providing. And so to have it here, the source right here under our control, no one's ever gonna say, sorry, I'm out. We're never gonna get that message, hey, you know, we had a bad winter and we're down a few camels and we can't get you guys your shipment this month. We are now in control of this for our family, and that is power that is special, and it really feels like a gift.
Also, we knew from experience with the cows, and even us since coming around to this side, the satisfaction you get of having an animal, caring for it. He's awful. Having an animal, caring for that animal, and getting this product from it. This product that feels, when they say don't cry over spilled milk, they're telling a dairy farmer that who had just come in from milking and spilled his milk and was crying because it's so precious to you. We knew what kind of relationship would you say? Like what word would you use? We knew what a valuable relationship that is, and how it feels so. God, what are these chickens doing all of a sudden?
So we got Millie, that's the cow's name, Millie. We got her, she was in milk, which was very special to find, a cow camel that's for sale, that's actually already in milk. We didn't have to wait 6 months or a year. Gestation is 13 months, so it's a long time to wait.
Yeah.
To have a milk let down on most camels in the United States, they need a calf to
Stimulate.
So we needed to have a calf too. And so Solomon was perfect because his name is Solomon. He is actually an adopted calf. Millie lost a calf. Solomon was not being cared for by his mother. Millie let him nurse on her, but they're not related. So when he is older, we can have him breed to her and we have our own breeding pair. This was like such a unique and special find, and I think that's one of the reasons we really jumped on it quick. It kind of was a way to fill a lot of holes. This is a really exciting time for the channel, for us. We haven't had a new animal in a long time, and this is kind of like a really special, unique animal. You're right. Sorry, rabbits. We have had a new animal, rabbits. But I mean like this. So I've thought about this for a long time. We are going to do a special thing on our channel now. I'm not going to tell you about it in this video. I'm going to tell you about it in tomorrow's video. I did say tomorrow's video. Those of you who are watchers, you know, super fans of Homesteady know we are only releasing 3 videos a week right now. That's about to change. This is a journey. Going on this journey of gut healing, working with a new animal that's going to provide this amazing product for us. When you go on a journey with camels, they call that a camel train, and you go on a trek with your camel train. So we're going to do the Homesteady camel train. We're going to be on a camel train to gut healing. It's going to be a special 100-day event, and I'm going to tell you all about it tomorrow, because I'm going to put out a video not in 2 days, not in 3 days, tomorrow. We'll talk about the Homesteady camel train. So stay tuned for that, and don't go anywhere. Get ready every day, 5 p.m. Look for the new Homesteady video, because this is going to be an adventure, and we really couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. You probably have a million questions about camels. Ask Homesteady's coming back. So hashtag Ask Homesteady, ask your camel questions below, and we will start doing Ask Homesteady again too. So look forward to that.